Welcome to the Ant Hill. It's another episode of the Ant Hill. Take a look inside the Ant Hill where the ants are watching my show. Well, this seems like a good spot to start then. This is another episode of the Ant Hill podcast with Joe Partlow. Tell
What's
the
up?
folks about yourself, Joe.
Hey man, Joe, Joe Partlow. I'm originally from New Jersey, born in Baltimore but raised in Elizabeth. Uh, Switched, came from Newark. I've been doing comedy for about 7 years. Uh, yeah, I started in New York, so
All right.
yeah.
What's the R on your hat, man? I know what it is, but the folks don't know.
Oh, so the R on my hat is Rejects Comedy. It's a brand a logo that I created because I feel like you know it takes a strange person to understand a lot of my jokes.
Okay.
I'm very imaginative, so it's hard to like relate to a lot of them
Gotcha.
unless you are a weirdo or a reject.
So you think, like, when you're headlining shows, it's just going to be a crowd full of weirdos?
No, and that's the hard part of writing like my material.
Yeah.
Is because I have to first I have to engage the audience and make them, you know, come into my world.
Right.
So that's
Right.
the hard part.
Of course.
Yeah. So I don't think everybody else is a weirdo. I don't cuz but if you get it, if you come up to me after the show and you're like, "Man, I understand everything you said." I'm like,
That might be a weirdo.
Yeah, that's a weirdo. For real.
Okay. That's fair. I get that. So how long have you been doing that, the Rejects comedy? I know it's at least been a little while.
Yeah, no, it's only really been I just got a post today when I first made the logo. It was a year. Only been a year. Only been a
Okay.
year. So yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm just trying to build a platform and think put other comics on. So it's not just comedy. I'm inspired by surrealism.
Right.
So and what's surrealism? Are you familiar with surrealism?
Not really. You can enlighten us all, man.
Okay, so the easiest way to I can't pronounce the artist's name, so I'm not gonna butcher it. But we all familiar with the melted clocks.
I don't know what that is.
So it's a painting with melted clocks, and it has
Oh.
one lady, her face is like melting and screaming and stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff, a lot of that art comes from like a dream state, a dream world. Just like I said, my jokes are very imaginative and things
Right.
like that. So, and it comes from a group called like Rejects.
Right.
So, this was during world. This was like during either World War I or World War II when these group of artists came to rebel. Like the way their rebellion was through their art, and they drew like a lot of paintings of like of dream worlds and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, and it gets. See, I told you. See, and it's like, it's like, wow. It's
You're a
really-
weirdo. No, I'm
Yeah.
just playing.
Yeah, but yeah, but Afro Surrealism is a black one.
Yeah.
Is the black version. And people are familiar with that with the show with Donald Glover,
Yeah.
Atlanta, and just recently Swarm. So
Right.
yeah, a lot of his art is Afro Surrealism. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
I listened to Pimp a Butterfly.
Exactly, and that whole album is fucking dope. So,
Okay.
and it's Afro Surrealism too.
All
It's
right.
like, yeah,
Well, I'm into that.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. See, a lot of people don't know, So I do a lot of deep dive and weird shit. So
All right.
yeah,
That's pretty cool, man. So it's a whole lot deeper than
yeah,
just Rejects comedy.
yeah.
I
So,
think when you first started like really diving into that, I was doing a open mic. Right?
yeah.
Is that when you first started doing it?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Down in 1865. Right?
Yeah. So that's cool because I know like you have filmed like some segments like with a bunch of us
Yeah.
just kind of something slight.
Yeah,
That was
and
cool.
and I'm gonna I still didn't put yours out, but I'm
That's
gonna
okay.
put it out. I'm gonna put it out when I'm
You can say never.
No, my laptop is like broke, so I have an
Oh.
older MacBook Pro, like
Okay.
2015. So it's like, yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, I think the first time I met you was at that spot.
Was
All
it
the
the
way
night
down.
I puked?
I don't know if it was the night you puked. I met you
Yeah.
and Jessica Liz at the same time
Okay.
at that spot.
That was the first night. The second
Yeah,
night there, I puked.
really.
I was drinking, and I don't know what my problem was, but that must have been like a year and a half ago. I couldn't have been more than a year into comedy.
Yeah.
Who was that? Mike World ran that room.
I don't even know who that is.
It was. He was a dude. He always wore suits. He always had the nicest outfit in the
okay,
building.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And I just saw him a couple days. I forget where I was, but I saw him when I was eating breakfast somewhere, and he walked in. But anyways, yeah, dude, that Mike. There was one night I was there, and King Dave was there, and I got so fucked up. I put my head down, just trying to like regain my composure.
Yeah.
And like while my head was down, I just like started puking on myself. Like it just started running off the dude. I looked like a total asshole. And they walked over. They were like, "Hey, bro, you gotta go." Dude, King Dave's mom took me. Like I gave her the keys to my car. She drove me home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's so nice.
She's a nice lady, man.
That's crazy. She's mad nice.
Yeah. And then so the next week I went back, and dude looked at me and he was like, "Hey, we're not gonna have a problem, are we?" I was like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 drinks. I'm cool."
Why'd you drink so much? Did you just nervous or?
Because I was new at comedy, I didn't know how to get on stage without having at least like one Long Island.
Okay.
Like I needed to drink one and then be
Yeah.
working on my second when I got on stage, which it didn't help me do better at comedy. It just helped the nerves to get on stage and be more carefree.
Yeah.
Because like the more I get into it, like the more like you have to care, but you have to be carefree about it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So just kind of trying to figure that out. Because I mean, I'm still working on like getting comfortable on stage. I'm comfortable, but oftentimes like if it's a new stage, I'm like, all right, how do I be comfortable? But I'm trying to get to the point where it's like that doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've noticed that sometimes when I get on like, if I'm on like a bigger stage, I'm like, do I need to use up this whole stage? Like, what do I do? Like, should I step over here? Like, should I step back, or should I do a little circle and hit the mic on my knee? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. As you see, sometimes I still have that problem as well. I mean, it's just something I never get used to. Now I'm starting to find a way and a rhythm to where I get on stage. I use that nerves. I started. So I know I said I started. I've been doing comedy for 7 years.
Right.
But I started like in a different way from people. I started off real shy in comedy. So, because I grew up as an only child, and I'm going to therapy now. So, we started off with my confidence. So, I never really had like social cues to bounce off of people.
You're good. You can finish your thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? See, I don't.
And then I'll talk, and then you hit the.
Okay. All right. I never really had like the social cues.
Yeah.
Bounce off.
I
of
just
other
learned
people.
that.
Yeah. So- yeah, exactly. You see, I don't know how to. But yeah. So, I started really like shy, and then my mom actually wrote my first set for me when I was.
That's cool.
When I was in 7th grade. It was a talent show, and I was like, I'm gonna do comedy. And my mom wrote the first joke. First, I only remember one joke from it. She wrote like 4 or 5 jokes, and she was like, the first joke was, what's up with? Because I'm 33, so at 7th grade, she was like, what's up with NSYNC? Are they like instinct? And I was like, it was actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, it was actually pretty good at the time. I was like,
you're in middle school.
Yeah, she wanted to keep it clean too. But yeah, but I was so I remember the
Yo, what if your mom sent like 6th grade you into school and you're like, so I was dogging out this broad, right?
Yeah, right. Yo, my mom was crazy.
Bitch was moaning and shit, right?
I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. My mom would have had me send. She was crazy too. She probably would have did that just to embarrass me.
Yeah.
Just gotta say it just like this. You got to do the motion.
yeah,
You got to do the
yeah.
motion. They're like, Mom, what is this? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but nah, I was so nervous though, man. I was anxious. I was anxious but nervous at the same time. But I didn't do it. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
didn't
good.
do it until she my first year actually doing comedy was until after she passed away. So that was kind of like my tribute, and I learned how to use that anxiousness and that nervousness on
Yeah.
stage just to get on there. So that's why you never really catch me have a drink really when I get on, because I like to focus and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Man, it's funny you said you did that during like a talent show too. Did it went well? I'm sorry. You could.
no, I didn't go up. I didn't go up that time.
Oh,
I didn't go up
damn.
that time.
So
I
when
wish
I
I
was
did.
when I was in 5th grade, I'd spent half of 5th grade. I only spent half of 1 year, but half of 5th grade in this one school, and they had a talent competition or a talent show or whatever. And man, I always wanted to be like funny, but what?
No. I'm good.
Oh, so I'd always be trying to be like funny.
Yeah.
Not so much like jokes, but like I would just try to do like some goofy stuff. So I signed up for the talent show, and did you ever watch Andy Milonakis?
Yes.
Do you remember Mooty?
I
The
don't
kid
remember.
that couldn't say it. He was like, smelly eggs. Like,
No.
I don't like Easter.
When you
'cause
said it, I know who you talk about. Yeah.
all they do is eat smelly eggs. But nah, he did a song, and I did that song for the talent show. Have you heard the snail song?
No, you got to.
I feel like I should just do it.
Yes, do it. Do it now.
So this is Andy Milonakis. This is his shit. I'm not stealing it. I'm giving him
The
credit.
fact that you still remember it is.
Oh, dude, I
hilarious.
remember it because it was so epic, bro. Like I bombed my dick off at the talent show. They were like, this kid has no
Yeah.
talent. Get him out of here. Nah, dude. So nah, they had this thing. It was on Andy Milonakis, his little alter ego named Mooty. He had a song. It was called the Snail Song.
Mhm.
So I did that, and the Snail Song goes. I just grabbed the mic. Just a few people in the bleachers,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, what are the lyrics? They were, hang on. One day I had a pet snail. He makes me smile.
Yo.
I would walk a mile just to see him smile. One day we went snorkeling. I saw a whale, and then my pet snail did run away, away, away. I'll miss you, my pet snail.
Was this in middle school?
That was it. That was the whole thing.
And this was in middle school.
Yeah. It was a room full of people, but they were as silent as you. And when I finished, everybody was looking at me like, what in the fuck just happened?
Yo.
Like, when I left that day, everybody was watching to see what bus I got on. And then when I got on my bus, they were like, that's not the right bus. Get on this little miniature one.
We would have had you in the child study team. We would have called your parents like, so what's going on at home?
Yo, the person that was doing it, like after I was done, I did so bad they didn't even hit me with the good set. I didn't even get that, dude.
Thank you. You have a seat.
She said, keep coming out.
Oh man, yo. Oh man, I was man.
That's my talent show story. That's why I was like, just be prepared to share a couple stories. You never know where these episodes will go, man.
Oh man, I think the most I did in middle school that was like out of the box was I did "Ain't Too Proud to Beg" by Temptations.
Okay, you were singing?
Yeah, it was fucking weird. It was a karaoke. And all right, so True story. A joke I tell. I was in special ed. I was
Right.
actually in special education. So they used to have like a day where, actually this month for real, like, cause this is Autism Awareness Month. So they used to do a lot of stuff for us through this month. And they have us like a talent show, karaoke. We have a fields day, all autistic kids. It's not. I'm sorry, but I also, I work with autism, so
Yeah, you
yeah.
can.
So I don't want to.
You're
But
allowed
yeah,
to say the word autistic.
okay. But
What else would you call them?
I don't. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. But yeah, no. So it'd be all of us out there. And back in the day, in the '90s, everybody was autistic. It wasn't just nobody was bad. It was just autistic. Not even autistic. It wasn't even a word for us.
It was ADHD.
ADHD. Yeah, everybody didn't have no diagnosis. They was just like, just put them in special ed.
Yeah.
So it was all of us. They did this. So they had talent shows. They had karaoke, all that stuff. And I get up there, because that was the only thing I felt comfortable with, because I watched the Temptations back and back, and
Right.
back and forth. So I got up there and said, "Ain't too proud to beg." They was like, "Wow, man!" They was like, "You did an awesome job, man." I was like, "Okay." I was like, that's when I felt a little bit more comfortable, but I still was like, "I'm not doing stand up. I'm not doing stand up in middle school," which kind of sucked, because I didn't know stand-up comedy was actually an art form when I was in middle school, and I did want to go to a school called Arts High, and I didn't know I could do stand-up there, and I kind of regret that. That's one thing I do regret in my past, because I could have went to Arts High School
Yeah.
if I would have did stand-up comedy. So, yeah.
Man, during COVID was really when I decided like I gotta get out and do stand up. I wanted to before it started. I was gonna go out and hit the mic at Kazi's, and it ended up getting canceled for because there was a pandemic, and then it didn't end up coming back. And like so, by the time it came back, I was like, man, I'm so ready to do this.
Yeah.
It's probably good that I had like all those months to like just think about material and write and whatever, just kind of put ideas in my phone and think about whatever came out.
Yeah. I think it's cool that your creativity shine during COVID. You know what I did during COVID?
What'd you do during COVID?
I smoked,
I did
ate,
that.
and fuck. That was pretty much it.
Was I fucking? I don't think I was getting much of that during COVID.
See, I think I was engaged during COVID, and I got married towards the end. So
Oh.
yeah, I had one woman.
That's not fair.
I had one woman that I knew before COVID. So
Yeah.
if she got it, I was gonna have it anyway. If she didn't, then I didn't have it. So
Damn, son.
yeah.
I had one woman I knew before COVID. Now she's just had her second kid with another guy.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. she was, yeah.
That's my kid's mom.
I didn't even think of that. Yep. Wow. Whew. That's
wild.
yeah. Thank God my wife was too scared to go out during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't.
She still wears the mask.
No. What's ironically, she still works from home.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool one to keep.
Yeah. You would think, but now it's like she doesn't like it because she doesn't go out as much.
Well,
Yeah.
women are gonna complain about anything.
Yeah, they complain about anything. Seriously. Like it's you see in my face, my whole smile just
I just ruined the mood.
Just everything. Like I'm thinking about all the stuff she complains about.
Damn, it's like the moment where when people have the flashbacks and you see like the Vietnam and the planes bombing and shit. That's what just happened to you.
Boom, French fries, grease.
You stepped in her pile.
Exactly. Listen. Why are your clothes in it? It's in my clothes. I'm like,
Don't step in her pile and get out the kitchen.
Get out, exactly.
Get out of her kitchen, right?
Get out of her way. That's just, you know what? Find a bar and stay there.
Yeah.
Don't go back until she is asleep. That's how you deal with it when you get married.
Yeah. Is that what
Now
you do?
I understand. Now, like before, I used to I used to watch was it Married with Children,
Yeah.
and I used to be like, I didn't understand why Al Bundy was so upset and so like mad with his life until I got married, and I was like, now I understand. Al Bundy,
Yeah.
now I understand that guy. I
You talking about Ted Bundy?
no, Al Bundy. You never seen Al Bundy before?
Oh.
You never seen Al
No.
Bundy? Oh man, I forget I forget you are like
Ted, was that the guy that was killing girls?
no. Ted Bundy is no Ted Bundy. I do not relate to Ted Bundy.
You don't understand what he was talking about.
I don't understand what he was talking about. That guy was getting girls though. He was. I don't know if you've seen that documentary,
Al
that
Bundy,
movie.
no relation.
Oh my god, he was getting girls though. Like he was, getting them like easy.
Who, Bundy?
Yeah, he was getting them easy. He was like a pretty boy who got girls.
Yeah.
And then he just killed them. Like,
They had the Netflix thing about them.
Yeah. They had the
Oh,
yeah.
no, it was Jeffrey Dahmer that was...
Jeffrey Dahmer. No, they had Ted
he was
Bundy
the one
too.
killing the guys.
Jeffrey Dahmer was killing the guys. Ted Bundy was killing the girls.
Yeah.
And he had them like scattered all over the place. Fucking
Damn.
weird, man. People like he had the gift, like girl, every gift that we all want to just get the prettiest girls and have sex with them. He would have
Damn.
sex with them and then kill them, and he go, "Did I really kill him?" Like,
There's not really any like serial killers that only target straight men.
no. Now that you think about it, I never thought about that.
We're safe, dude.
Yeah. We are.
We might get catfish, but they're not gonna kill us.
And be like, are you straight? Yeah. You can go
Maybe
home.
robbed.
You can go. No, man. No. Wrong. There is.
Okay.
You
Who
know
is
I'm a
it?
horror fan, dude. You know I love horror movies. It's called Monster. So it's a movie called Monster. It's about a lady who was a prostitute, and that's all she did was kill straight men. I can't think of her name right now.
But she's not. She doesn't exist. You know.
No, she was real.
Oh, this was a real
It's
thing.
a real thing.
There was one person that targeted straight men,
Yeah.
and they called that person a fucking monster.
The irony, right? The irony.
What kind of monster would do that?
Leave the straight men alone.
Yeah.
You are a horrible person.
Yeah.
But nah, the name of the movie is called Monster, and she used to kill. She'll act like a prostitute, and she'll kill like a lot of truck drivers, the manliest men. So truck drivers are like the manliest men.
So she'd be hanging out at the truck stops trying to offer up services, and then kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll suck their dick first, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some of this pleasure first.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, she made sure she sucked their dick first, and then she slit their throat. It's weird.
That's how you catch them slipping, you know.
I don't know.
Caught her slurping.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, man. So that one person is labeled a monster. So don't fuck with the straight men. You're gonna be labeled the worst person in history. But yeah, man. Dang, how did you even get there? Al Bundy. Al Bundy was he was on a show called Married with Children. I can't think of the real comedian's name, but he had a show Married with Children, and they were it was about being married with children. He was always depressed with his life. He worked at a shoe store, and his wife was like real pretty, and he'd be like, "Oh, Peg." It was just like a whole lot of it's hilarious. If you get some time, you got to watch it. Google Married with Children. It's an old sitcom.
How old is the show?
I used to watch it when I was a kid, so probably like early 90s. Yeah, early 90s to like mid 90s.
I feel like I've heard of it, but I can't. I was born in '94, so like
Okay. Do you ever hear a theme song that go, "Love in the marriage, love in the marriage, dun dun dun, horse and carriage," and then it's like, yeah, it's just real. The song, the title, even the theme song was like real drowsy and depressed, but
Yeah.
it was really cool. He always he dreamed about killing his wife, but he would never do it. But he was like,
That's strange.
yeah, he would dream like not dream about killing her, but he was like, I just want to choke her because he had like this real annoying voice, and it was like, but he had the perfect life. He worked at a shoe store department. He was a manager at a shoe store department, and he had a whole house. He had a man cave in his garage where they gamble all night, and his friends would come over. He would dream about cheating on her with other women, and then he'd wake up and be like, Peg, like she was like the
This
ugliest
show
thing.
sounds kind of fucked up.
It was fucked up. I shouldn't have watched it as a kid, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
But he never did any of those things.
No, he'd just be disappointed with his life, and he wakes up in reality.
Damn, dude, that show would make me mad. I hate people like that. They made me.
What? Because he didn't execute it.
Nah, man. Like, if you're that upset, you know what I mean? Just leave.
Yeah, but he'd do that, but then because he really loved her, but it just
I get it.
yeah, he was like, I'm aggravated in my life right now. He never would leave, but he really loved her because it'd be episodes where she'd do something that turned him on, and he'll be like, let's get it on, Peg, or something like that. You know how sitcoms used to be.
Her name was Peg.
Peggy, yeah. You gotta watch this show, man. It's hilarious.
Married with kids.
Married with children.
Married with children.
Yeah.
Is forgive me. Is this like a white people show?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it's I can't think of the
Let's do it, Peg.
Yeah, that's exactly how you sound too, for real. And when the man, I'm trying to think. So the lady in you ever seen Anchorman?
Yeah. With Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in the first one, the lady that he was going after, I can't think of her name, Veronica Stone or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the lady in that one, she was a teenager in this show. That's how old that show was. She was a teenager, and she was like the selling piece of the show because she was like real hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. I was a kid, so I can say that.
What's this related to?
What's what related to?
What are you telling me that for?
Because she was actually in the show. She was Al Bundy.
She was in. Okay.
She was in the show. Yeah, she was actually in the show. I'm sorry.
Like, why did you tell me that part?
Oh yeah, she was really because she was bad in the show. Like I was like, and then when she got older too,
Yeah.
I was still like, oh man, she looks good. But yeah, she was in the show. She was a teenager in the show. She was one of his kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how old the show is.
All right, dude.
Yeah, but man, this is awesome.
This
was
has
cool.
been fun.
I had fun.
If you wanna, I don't know, plug your socials, if anything.
Oh, yeah.
anything before we go.
Okay, yeah. Follow me on Rejects Comedy on Instagram. You can also follow me and my brothers. I call them my brothers, Johnny and Wood. We host an open mic every Wednesday down in Virginia Beach at Chemistry. You can follow us at Laugh Lab VB, and that's pretty much that's all. Oh, on the weekend I do my own radio show. It's not a podcast; it's a radio show. I do on AMP on Amazon. So download.
That's cool.
You can download that. Yeah, and it's just a vibe thing. I talk about TV shows and whatever I'm doing that day, and I vibe out and play music. So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. This is the end of the episode, man.
Yeah,
High
yeah,
five.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. This was fun.